Horse, by Geraldine Brooks, is a novel set in the Australian bush during the 19th century. The story is narrated by a bay mare who is born into the wild and eventually tamed by a young boy named Harry. Through the horse's perspective, we witness the changes that the arrival of Europeans brings to the land, as well as the struggles of the indigenous people and settlers alike. The novel begins with the horse's birth in the wild. She is part of a herd that roams the bush, surviving on sparse vegetation and avoiding danger from predators. The horse's life changes when she is captured by a group of men and taken to a farm, where she is trained to be a workhorse. However, she longs for freedom and eventually escapes into the bush. It is during her escape that she meets Harry, a young boy who lives on a farm with his family. Harry sees something in the horse and is determined to make her his own. He manages to capture the horse and begins to train her to be a fast and reliable mount. The horse, whom Harry names Jenny, feels a deep connection to him and becomes his loyal companion. As Harry and Jenny venture further into the bush, they encounter a range of dangers. They are caught in a bushfire that destroys much of the land, and Jenny's fear of fire becomes a recurring theme throughout the novel. They also encounter wild animals such as snakes, kangaroos, and dingoes, as well as clashes between settlers and indigenous people. The relationship between Harry and Jenny is the heart of the novel. They form a deep and lasting bond that transcends the barriers of language and culture. Harry sees in Jenny a kindred spirit, and she becomes a means of escape from the harsh realities of his own life. Jenny, in turn, sees in Harry a protector and a friend, and she is fiercely loyal to him. The arrival of Europeans in the bush is a major theme of the novel. We see the land through the eyes of a creature who has lived there for centuries, and who witnesses the arrival of Europeans with a mixture of curiosity and fear. The novel explores the impact of settlement on the environment, as well as the clash of cultures that occurred between the settlers and the indigenous people. The novel also touches on the issue of gender inequality, particularly in the character of Harry's mother. She is a strong-willed woman who is frustrated by the limitations placed on her by society. She longs to be independent and to have control over her own life, but she is bound by the expectations of her gender. Throughout the novel, the horse is depicted as a symbol of freedom and independence. She is a creature of the wild who longs for nothing more than to roam free. However, she is also a creature of loyalty and devotion, and she is willing to sacrifice her own freedom for the sake of her human companion. The novel is also a meditation on the themes of love, loss, and survival. Harry and Jenny both experience loss and grief throughout the novel, but they also find solace and strength in their relationship with each other. The novel explores the ways in which humans and animals alike find the courage to survive in the face of great adversity. One of the most powerful scenes in the novel occurs when Harry and Jenny are caught in a violent clash between settlers and indigenous people. The horse's fear and confusion during the battle is palpable, and it highlights the tragic consequences of colonialism and the impact it had on the indigenous people of Australia. The novel ends with Jenny's death, and Harry's grief is palpable. However, the novel also ends on a note of hope, as Harry reflects on the profound impact that Jenny had on his life. He realizes that even in death, Jenny's spirit lives on, and that her memory will always be with him. The novel ultimately suggests that even in the face of great loss and tragedy, there is still the possibility for healing and renewal. Throughout the novel, Brooks uses vivid and evocative language to bring the Australian bush to life. She depicts the landscape in all its beauty and harshness, capturing both the fragility and resilience of the natural world. The novel also contains rich historical detail, offering a window into a specific time and place in Australian history. At its core, Horse is a novel about the power of human-animal relationships. It is a testament to the deep bonds that can be forged between humans and animals, and to the ways in which animals can teach us about ourselves and the world around us. Through the horse's perspective, we see the world in a new and illuminating light, and we are reminded of the importance of empathy and connection. Overall, Horse is a moving and thought-provoking novel that offers a unique and powerful perspective on Australian history and the relationship between humans and animals. Through its vivid language and memorable characters, it leaves a lasting impression on the reader, inviting us to reflect on our own relationships with the natural world and with each other.